All right, guys, let's talk about Mrs. Rich Rachel. Sorry, that's what I want to put up with. So this is Rachel Zegler. This is the Snow White in the upcoming film Snow White. Actually, no, this is not upcoming. This is coming out like tomorrow. Actually, it is because it's coming out tomorrow. Because by the time I'm recording this, it's March 20th. But by the time you're watching this, it's probably already out. This is Rachel Zegler, star actor of the movie Snow White. And this movie has been just brailed in controversy after controversy. There was like so much controversy. Like, the movie wasn't able to fucking breathe. Like, the trailer wasn't allowed to come out. No, like, as soon as as the movie was announced to be in the works, that's when controversy was just set into plain stone. This movie wasn't even allowed to freaking breathe, and I feel terrible for this movie. And this is the first Disney princess that came out on Snow White. So the first ever Disney princess. So wow. What a good way to treat your Disney princess, am I right? Anyways, this is so shit. I just erased all the tabs and I don't know what I'm doing, but anyways, before the making of this video, I decided to do my due diligence. I decided to become a decent human and decided to do a bit of research here. I researched the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs by watching the movie itself. And before this movie came out, wait, yeah, before this movie came out, this movie is already in shit. It has a 46% in Rotten Tomatoes, which I'm not really gonna trust movie critics too much because they're a bunch of like old boomers that I guess are too invested or like too nerdy with their little critics reviews. So I'm not really gonna shit on the movie for having a shit Rotten Tomato review. But what I am gonna do is shit on the movie on how the making went into how this whole entire controversy started. So, anyways, as you guys know, this is Rachel Zegler. She is gonna be Snow White in the new Snow White movie. And ever since she was able to do interviews with like people out to the public, she's just been a hating ass bitch. Like, she's just been annoying when this movie came out. So here I have a video of just Rachel Zegler hating on the movie for like 2 minutes.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
Now this is what I want to, I guess touch on. So Rachel Zegler claims to be a feminist on a certain level, but in interviews, like if you're gonna see, or if you're gonna see an interview, she just shits on Snow White for, I guess, wanting to have a love story or wanting to meet her happily ever after. And me myself, as I watch the movie, she's a bad ass Snow White. Yeah, she's a hard ass motherfucker. Not her, but this. Snow White is a hard ass motherfucker. She is a badass. Like, I would pay it. Like, she is the leader that she is. That's how I viewed Snow White. And Rachel Zegler kind of just shitting on Snow White for, I guess, wanting to have love. Which, I mean, some women do want love. Some women don't want love. But why are you shitting on the women that do want love, Rachel?
Not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in.
Snow White is running for president.
Okay.
I'm launching my campaign. I am.
But I think there's something so special about Snow White, the fact that it's about the humanity and
Oh, by the way, this person also, I guess, is controversial herself. This is like the actor for the stepmom, or the evil stepmom that wants to kill Snow White, and these two hate each other in the movie, and they probably hate each other in real life because they're both, from what I'm hearing, they're both on different ends of the Palestine-Israel conflict, which I'm not really going to go too much into that because I'm not going to go into politics in general because I think politics is like, there's a very like messy conversation when I bring up politics, but anyways, from what I know, these two are on different sides of the Israel-Palestine, conflicts, and yeah, just funny to point that out. They're enemies in real life, and they're enemies in the movie. What a world we live in.
It's about nature as well, and it's a beautiful story about an amazing girl who wants to find the true self of hers.
Yeah, her true love.
That is just so appealing and so special.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again.
Keep in mind, she's wearing the same clothes in here and when she did this interview. They're both wearing the same clothes. So basically, Rachel Zegler wants to talk out of her ass about how Snow White isn't gonna be saved by some prince. It isn't gonna be like she's gonna be like. So she basically wants to rewrite Snow White. Meanwhile, she hasn't watched the movie in like a decade, and she was actually scared of the OG movie when she first watched it. So, wow, amazing analytics there, Rachel.
Like, I'm being so serious. I watched it once and then I went on the ride in Disney World, which was called Snow White's Scary Adventures. Doesn't sound like something a little kid would like. Was terrified of it. Never revisited Snow White again. So
Jesus.
I watched it for the first time in probably 16, 17 years.
Yeah, way to go.
When I was doing this film. I mean, the original cartoon came out in 1937 and very
Yeah, I doubt you watched that movie with an open mind.
evidently so.
Fans concerned by woke Disney remake.
16, 17 years when I was doing this film. I mean, the original cartoon came out in 1937 and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy.
Isn't the focus of the movie about how her mom wants to fucking kill Snow White and that Snow White had to run away and she became the leader of these dwarfs who found her asleep in their bed? That's some Goldilocks shit. And then Snow White became a leader there.
Guy who literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird.
Dude, we didn't even get to the guy. The guy was just there in the beginning and then he was there at the end.
So we didn't do that this time.
So no prince or
I wouldn't say the guy stalks her.
different kind of prince?
We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story just because, like, we cast a guy in the movie.
Right.
Andrew Burnap, great dude.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I think everyone's going to have their assumptions about what it's actually going to be, but it's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew scenes.
By the way, this movie came out in 2025 because of the actors strike that happened like during the production of this movie. So just want to put that out there. I think that's why it got delayed.
Could get cut along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
If I'm going to stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
Understandable. I mean, yeah, I would not want to be in a fucking dress all for 18 hours, and by the looks of it, it's fucking hot outside. Holy shit, I would. Yeah, understandable, but yeah. So that was 2 minutes of Snow White being just overall a total cunt, and yeah, we have more controversy. This is completely away from Rachel Zegler. We're done with Rachel Zegler. But actually, no, let's talk about Rachel Zegler. So yeah, Rachel Zegler was just being an ass, just being a total ass like this whole movie, like basically shitting on their production, shitting on Snow White, shitting on basically everything. And I feel like she kind of fucked herself in the long run by getting herself good, I guess, the main role or big roles in the future. So I'm not sure if that was a good approach.
It's a really incredible.
But yeah, I feel like Rachel Zegler's not gonna be like trusted with a big ass star role in the future, or I don't know. She was in the Hunger Games, which I'm sure she's gonna get casted somewhere awesome, but I don't know. I feel like this whole shit show, she's probably not gonna have like a main character role in the future because of this dumb shit right here. And yeah, overall, Rachel Zegler is just an absolute cunt. And I don't know. This made me hate her a lot more. And also, she's literally just like me, Hispanic, which puts an embarrassment to our country, to my country, because she's Colombian. So, yeah, what an embarrassment to my goddamn country, am I right? Anyways, enough with Rachel Zegler. Let's get on to more controversy.
Actors with
Here's the dwarf controversy. That's kind of weird how I said it like that. But anyways, not Rachel Zegler, but Snow White decided to put CGI. So these are the dwarfs from Snow White. And the Snow White movie decided to put CGI dwarfs instead of like real dwarfs. And I guess people were not too thrilled that they had CGI, because I think this was a perfect opportunity for Disney to, I guess you could say, show people, or like, be inclusive, like dwarfism, for example. Like, this could have been a perfect opportunity for Disney, but I guess Disney fucked it up by putting CGI on dwarfs, on these dwarfs. I was shocked when I found out these were CGI, because I thought these were like real until I looked further, and I was like, oh yeah, this is fucking fake.
dwarfism have expressed their outrage over Disney's use of CGI dwarves in the Snow White remake. Bodybuilder and performer Chun Tan from North London, who has dwarfism, described the movie's reliance on CGI for the seven dwarves as absolutely absurd and discriminating in a sense. He added, "I think Disney is trying too hard to be politically correct, but in doing so, it's damaging our careers and opportunities." He also highlighted that casting actors provides an opportunity for young children to see someone with dwarfism, which they may have never seen before. Echoing Chun's views, fellow performer Blake Johnston blasted the use of CGI as quite stupid, adding, "We have plenty of dwarf actors out there who are dying for roles like this. I think Disney have succumbed to peer pressure on political correctness, which has now given top dwarf actors less work." The dispute over dwarves in the Disney remake was started by Game of Thrones star Peter Dinklage, who criticized the film in 2022 before shooting had even started, calling it a backwards story.
Jesus.
Actors with dwarfism have...
Alright, so yeah, that's basically the dwarf controversy in a nutshell. Overall, I don't know how this whole Snow White movie is gonna go. It could go two ways. People would either like not like hate on the movie on YouTube and like not give a fuck, and I guess because all live action movies, in my opinion, suck, because they're basically like rewriting the same shit, but like during live action, which live action is cool and shit. I like it, but yeah, it could be a little better. And there could be two ways. People are gonna shit on the movie because of, I guess, quote, going too woke, which I don't really like the term "go woke, go broke," because that's honestly a silly term. And I guess, or this movie can make billions and billions of dollars and a lot of fucking money, and this whole shit would go away, which I feel like that's most likely gonna happen. This movie's gonna make a fuck ton of money, and this whole shit will go away. No one's gonna give a fuck about the controversy, which Disney wins again, boys and girls. And I decided to look into tickets for Snow White. Today is now Friday at 3 p.m. and I was looking for tickets, and I can get literally any movie fucking theater ticket I can get. So here's one showing for like 5 p.m. It's pretty full. Like all tickets, like I think the middle is like, I guess, filled up. There's ones for 6:20, which only like 6, 5, 7 or whatever the fuck are full. And 7 p.m. there's a lot more here. 7:30 there's, you know, a little more. 8 p.m. the middle is pretty packed, but there's no back. The back isn't, you know, not, you can still get tickets from the back. 9 p.m., which is probably a little too late, there's only like 3 tickets. And 9:50, which that's really late. Nobody bought that shit. So I'm not sure if this is because people hate Snow White or this is how normal movie tickets go, but I think I'm just leaving it out there. If you guys are asking me how this movie's gonna go, I feel like it's gonna be the same thing. You know, Disney's gonna make a lot of money from this. They're gonna, you know, like make toys and shit out of that, which, I mean, good on Rachel, get your bag, I guess, but, hey, why aren't you wearing a red bow tie? That's sad. Anyways, I mean, yeah, get your money, I guess. I mean, you're winning at the end of the day, so, I mean, you're the one getting paid here, so it's not like what anyone says online could, like, I guess, fuck with your paycheck or whatnot. But if you guys are asking me, this movie's gonna do numbers, and you know, this whole shit's gonna, the whole controversy will just fade away, and you know, they're gonna make toys and shit. Anyways, yeah, so what do you guys think? Are you guys gonna go out there and watch the Snow White movie? Me personally, I watched the first one. It was pretty badass. This movie, the live action, however, I don't think it's worth going to the movie theaters and paying money for it. I'd rather just wait for it to come out on Disney Plus and watch it then.